What's up guys, welcome to DriverJ's Garage. My name is Josh. It's been a while since we've done a video, so we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing of this guy. It's the NOCO GB40 Jumper Box, and we're going to get right into it here in just a second. You've all been in that situation where you've been stuck like I was and needed a jump, or at least most of us have. And being in that situation is never fun, so I decided that I was going to pick this up and be able to jump myself on the go. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to do some testing in the second half of this video. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. So I ordered mine from Amazon. It comes in this plain brown box with the branding names on it, and then another box inside. And it didn't come with a wall outlet charger, so I did pick up a 10-watt speed charger by NOCO as well for a couple extra dollars. So let's go ahead and open it up. This box is got no tape or anything securing it, so we'll go ahead and pull it out. There was plastic on it. I was going to try and charge this ahead of time, but decided just to go ahead and get going with it. So we'll go ahead and pull it out. You've got a picture of the box itself, and you can actually use it as the USB charger for other devices as well. So it shows that you can do that. It comes with some of the stuff on the screen here, and it's basically just advertisement all over the box, and then a features list here on the back. We're going to get really right into it. So it pulls apart really simply. Just from the top, you just straight slide that off, and you get into the other box, which has got the items right inside. So right up on the top, we've got the booster box itself. They say these guys, this model specifically, the GB40, can run 20 jumps. Now, I haven't tested this yet. We'll do some testing later on in the video. It says you can do 20 jumps on up to a 3-liter diesel or up to a 6-liter gasoline engine. So we'll try that out. I don't have a diesel. I do have a 5.7, a 5.3, and a 3-liter gasoline engine that I can attempt this with, but only one of those really has a dead battery. So we're going to try that out on the 3-liter engine and see how that goes later in the video. The device weighs like 2.5 pounds. They say 2.4 on their website, and measures about 7 by 2 by 3, so it's not really huge. It fits in your glove box if you have a decent sized glove box, or one of the cargo compartments in your SUV, things like that. So it's not very big, and which is really nice. It is powered by lithium batteries and has a couple of built-in lights, so it's pretty slick here. You've got a little button, so we'll talk about the unit here itself. You've got the power button for the unit to do your boosting. You've got a power button for the light, and then you have, I think this is the override button if I'm not mistaken, to override the automatic shut-off features. We'll talk about exactly what each of the buttons here is, so we may correct what that one is. The cool thing with the light is it's got a couple of different modes. So you've got, do we not have any juice? There we go. We have a basic on for the 2 lights, and then it's on at a couple of different levels. It flashes. It does a strobe, and then I think one of the flashes is actually like an SOS. And then it's off. So you've got those couple of different modes. We'll go into that stuff. On the bottom here, or on this side of it, you've got a USB plug-in to plug in a device to charge off of. You've got the USB plug-in to charge the box itself, which is a mini USB. Mini or micro, I'll put which the correct one is. It's a mini USB here to charge it off of. And you've got the USB out to charge another device with. So you've got those. They've got weather sealing plugs, or they should be weather sealing based off of how tight they are. I wouldn't suggest submerging it, but at least it's enough to keep it dry if it is outside. And then on the other side, you've got your 12-volt out, which is where your jump cables connect to. So pretty simple device overall as far as the box itself. Inside the box with the battery pack itself, we'll go ahead and pull out their branding separator here and the foam. Inside you do get a USB charging cable. This is just a basic one that has your mini USB on this side and then your standard USB on this side. And I don't know roughly how long this cable is. I would guess it's a few feet, so you can charge this thing sitting in your car. you get your jumper cables, which aren't very long. That's the length of the jumping cables, but you don't need to have this thing stretched between anything, so it's not really necessary. They also have a little seal on the connector to keep dirt and other crap from getting in it when it's not being used. Otherwise, you just unhook that, unhook the 12-volt side, and then plug those straight in together. And it's a little bit of a tight fit, but then it will show up and show you. Now you can see, based on my box right now probably, that the button here is red, meaning that I have very little battery juice, or very little juice in this box. And because of that, I'm not going to use it right away. I am going to charge it, so we'll do the second half of this video a little bit later. We'll go ahead and unplug those. It does have overcharge protection in it, and you can override that just in case your battery is crazy dead. So we'll go through the manual here as well in just a second after we talk about what's in the box. So you've got those, and then you've got a little microfiber bag here. Now, I am not particularly fond of this microfiber bag idea. I would rather have it in something a little bit more organized. So instead of the microfiber bag here that's got their brand on it, I actually ordered a neoprene, or not sure exactly what it is, but it looks like it's a harder side case. We'll be doing a talk about that in another video because it's not here yet. It was on back order when I got it. And that's really everything that you get as far as physical items that you will carry with the jump pack in itself. Separately, you can order this guy, which is the 10-watt wall charger, and I ordered one of those so I can charge it in the house. I'm just going to keep it all together. So you got the basic box for it, and then inside you've got their branded or shelf box, what you'd call it, with their art all over it, pictures of the product. We're going to have to take a razor blade to this one because they do have a little bit of circle tape on here. So we'll cut that open, pop this out, and just take a look. It's real simple. It doesn't come with another cable. It literally just comes with the wall charger, and this is an extra, I want to say it was like $7 to get this guy. And it is literally just the NOCO branded charger, and I like having an extra charger for all of my devices, so that way I'm not robbing one device to charge another. So we'll go ahead and set that with that. All that's going to go together, but again, this is a separate accessory too, so that does not come in your base box with your charger. If you do want that, you do have to get an extra one, because all you have in there is a basic cigarette lighter charger for the NOCO. With the USB out to go to the plug-in and charge it, and then would plug into your cigarette lighter, which is why I did order the additional wall outlet charger as well. So this one, it does come in the box with a cigarette lighter charger, but the wall charger I think comes in more handy because you can charge it in your house instead of trying to worry about being able to charge it in a car. So that's all it comes in the box. You've got the instruction manual, and this guy comes in a bunch of different languages here, so we are just going to go, and it's literally just the first couple pages, so you could get away with a manual about this big right here as opposed to this big for the whole manual. So when you're talking about that, I mean, that manual is pretty thick, but most of it is just the alternate languages. And so we'll quick go over what the button functionality on each of these does. So your internal battery indicator is right here. That is going to tell you how much charge you have in your pack. Obviously, you can see on mine it is very low. It did just come out of the package, so I didn't expect it to come with a full charge, and I wouldn't expect yours to either. So before you just go pop this guy in your car, make sure you do charge it. So this little light is your air light. It will light up if there's any problems. There's actually a little troubleshooting guide. It's only a couple of quick codes that'll flash. So what'll happen is you've got really two things that this air light will do. The air light will blink or remain solid. Each one of those gives you a different code. If it stays solid, it means you've got the cable polarity reversed, which if you know what you're doing and follow the color coding on the cables, you should never run into that situation unless for some reason your battery is jacked up. Or your cables get jacked or something else happens. That air light blinks red. That does mean that your unit is too hot and you need to let it cool down. So those are really the two things it'll blink for. That's your power button. Then right here, this will turn the unit on. You have the power indicator right here. You can see that's on right now, so that turns on when the device is on. So this is your boost light. It will activate when you're jumping your battery or your car. This right here is your manual override button. So what you have to do is you have to push this for 3 seconds. This does disable the safeties on it, so you can overcharge, but you want to use that when the auto detection doesn't detect that your battery is connected because your battery is just so incredibly low. And we're probably going to have to do that on the BMW 330 Xi to do, because the battery in that is just dead. The car has been driven in a couple of months. I did put it on another charger and put it on it for a good 40 minutes, and it wasn't even enough to get the car to start. Finally, you have your light mode button here. You do have 7 modes for light, so you have it set for 100%, 50%, 10%, SOS, a blink, and then the strobe. We showed those off earlier in the video and shouldn't need to again. But that really is everything you guys get. All right, so I'm gonna put this guy on the charger for a couple hours, let it get charged up to the full level, and then we'll go ahead and attempt to start the BMW. So we'll head down to the garage right here for you guys. In the couple of days since I shot the intro to this video, my case did arrive. So I really like the NOCO case for the charger, and you can see it fits quite nicely in here. Cables are up here. I've got the bag and the battery pack down there. We are gonna go ahead and try and jump the car now. This car is dead, so I'm gonna quick grab the camera. It is already unlocked, otherwise I would not be able to get into my car right now because my door lock cylinder is broken, which is a matter for another video, but my key fob doesn't work obviously when the battery's dead, so I'm not able to get into the trunk. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and try and jump the car with the battery pack. And to prove there's no power, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the camera and we're gonna go inside. Give me just a second to set this down. So we'll quick get in Beamer here. And this is my 330. You can see no lights are on inside the car. And there's the dash. Sorry for the noise here. I'm in my community garage. Key to full lock from both positions, nothing. So we have 0 power to the car at all. And yes, it is very dirty. So there is that. You can see that the car has no power. All right, so now that we've shown the car has no power, we're gonna go ahead and open up the hood, connect up the jumper box, and see what it does. I do have a full charge on it. It is on this thing. I put it on for a couple hours and checked it in the afternoon, so we'll turn it on here. And you can see there is a full charge on the box. Go ahead and plug it in. And there we've got our battery box. We'll go ahead and hook it up here under the hood. Now this car does have the battery in the trunk, but we have a jump point up front, thankfully, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get into the trunk. So we put it in bypass mode. And look at that, I've got enough of the lights. And from dead, it is not quite enough to start the car. However, it is enough juice that I can now open my trunk, which I couldn't do before. So, with the battery pack, we have enough power to get into the trunk and swap the battery out on this car. So that's pretty slick. We are on the overcharge mode, or the non-protected mode. 30 seconds on the box. Dead. Okay, so it did take us down a little bit. It did bump us off of green onto yellow to get the car started. But from a full charge, it will start a dead battery. That is friggin' impressive. So we'll finish up talking about it. I'll do a little bit more of a review on it, maybe at a later date, after I've used it, if I ever have to use it again. But really what you guys, so, all right, so guys, if you have any questions about the box, feel free to drop those in the comments down below. This thing is awesome. I really like it, and I would definitely recommend it. I'm gonna go charge it, and I would recommend you do so after using it and just seeing how much one charge did. Now it has sat for like 2 to 3 weeks. 2 weeks? 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks since I bought it and charged it, because I was waiting for the other thing to show up, and I was waiting to get a battery in for this. So anyways, from dead to start in about a minute. I like it.